Okay, this is part two of the video. The first one is Dream Big slash Grolsch. And the second one is President's Choice Mulled Apple Herbal Tea. I was going to talk to you about real jubes. These ones are, when I was a kid, these ones were always called jujubes. They're soft and okay. Now I'm going to go and show you by moving this that there is liquid tea. It's actually Cosmo tea, cranberry orange, in the Dream Big cup. Okay, this is Dazzle. Okay, it dazzles you, it dazzles you, it dazzles you. And what are jubes? Jubilees? Maybe they're jubilees. I'm not going to tell you it sounds like Jew, as in Israel or, Hebrew, but, we used to call them jujubes, and it wasn't spelled Jewjubes. It was Jubes, anyways, so what is juju? It sounds almost like something voodoo-ish, lots of juju in order to make my spell casting work. This is a top of a can of Coke, and this is a flip top. Probably seen these ones. Where am I going now? You can't see, 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 you still can't see. I'm setting something up. Okay. Okay, now I've got the letter K on my head, on my hat. Okay, I'm coming back to Madame Blavatsky, who I was talking to recently. And Madame Blavatsky has been very kind in telling me about nothing at all. I keep getting questions from my viewership, and they keep asking me, what about this? What about that? And my spirit guides from time to time also do the same thing. And what do I call this? I call this mental masturbation. Because this is your mental body that can never figure it out. It can't. It cannot figure out anything at all. It is the monkey mind. The monkey mind will ask questions, and halfway through someone answering the question, the monkey mind will, that's enough, I don't want to hear anything about that. What about this? Or listen to my story, or look at me, pulling my face apart like this. So if you're finding that you have got endless questions coming up, and you think, well, I'm an intellectual and I'd like to study these things, or I'm a philosopher and I'd like to, just know about all these philosophies, you're like me. Because I do have a monkey mind, believe it or not, and it loves to delve into, let's take a look at, this is only one of my bookshelves, okay? I got so many bookshelves, but I've got, what have I got here? I've got Oxford Book of English Verse, Journeys Through Bookland. I've got unbelievable numbers of books. And this is just down in my basement. Okay, and then I've got another shelf of a bunch of more books. And trust me, this is only one room and one small amount of books. I've also got other kinds of crap. So I've been looking at DVDs of Happy Days. I was out at the movie and I was looking at, Jake Gyllenhaal. I went to the library and, it just never ends. Monkey mind is a monkey and it loves to look at things. And sometimes its attention is held for a little while. And sometimes it wants a cup of coffee from the percolator, and sometimes it wants something to eat. Sometimes it wants to drink a beer. Sometimes, well, this is, what's the K? In baseball, K means strikeout. And you must be like, thank you, dear monkey mind. Please calm down and meditate yourself into quietude. Does it happen? Yes. And then what happens? Other monkeys show up. And then you get your first monkey that calmed down to try to teach the other monkey minds how to calm down and silence themselves. And quite often, your quiet monkey mind that you trained gets overwhelmed by the number of other monkey minds, and it becomes just a very huge frustration. The whole point of this video, okay, now I've gotten a terrible amount of itch. Now this itch that comes to my skin is, it's a bunch of lower astral beings who are doing this to me. They are lower astral beings, so they're not physically in physical Earth. They're in astral version of Earth. Astral is simply not what you feel, see, but it is just as real, and it is directly next door to us. And trust me, there are monkey minds in the astral belong beyond belief, and they love to pretend that they are God, creator gods, but they are mostly monkeys, and a few of them are assholes, and even more of them are demons. So, in the end, what's the message here? Go meditate so you can learn to disassociate yourself from mental masturbation, and you have to teach your mental body to quieten down. Is there any purpose for the mental body? No. If you are on an enlightenment path to higher consciousness, you don't need a mental body, but you're stuck with it because it's quite likely you came into this incarnation because you didn't reach any state higher than, let's say, 200. If you were lucky in your last incarnation on the scale of consciousness, you might even have been, no, you were probably at least 200. But you weren't anywhere near 700, which is the start of enlightened states. So you have still this monkey mind, which is from previous incarnations when you actually were a monkey. And your job is to learn to quieten down your mental body so that you can allow the higher consciousness to come through. And that is where the wisdom comes from. In the end, your monkey mind wants you to drink beer. Tell monkey mind, no, we're not going to be drinking beer. How about coffee? Coffee's okay, not too much because it gives you the jitters. How about tea? Very good. Plain water is very good. In the end, try not to get too intoxicated. It's very difficult because there's a lot of pain that gets put into your mental body by lower astral beings who are not even incarnated, and they have no chance of enlightenment, question mark. Yes, lower astral beings can become enlightened if they come in contact with someone who has got a good connection to source. That's all for this video. Thank you for being bedazzled.